Okay, we're going in, man. Got my mask on, got my Peterbilt hat on. So Brian told me that if I take this apart and the spools wore out, I'd just have to go to a junkyard and get some until I found what was good. So he asked me if I was a praying man. So let's dig in. Yeah, we'll just use the dikes. We're busting into the security seal. Now I got some people that, you know, told me I shouldn't post videos because of OSHA or MSHA. I get in trouble for some of the shit I do. So whatever you do, don't, please, 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 whatever you do, don't send this video to Cummins. Or the Cummins police will come and get me. And the last thing you want is for the Cummings police to come and get you. Okay. I can't breathe. First thing I'm gonna do is just disassemble this and see if the spool and the bore and everything in there is good. And Brian told me I better take it apart before I order a seal or the repair kit. So I'm doing what Brian told me to do. I don't even know why I'm wearing gloves. Somebody gave me a hard time about not wearing gloves. So I'm wearing gloves. Brian said there should have been a sticker on the side here. Yep, at some point there was. And apparently when Cummins remanded it down in Mexico, they did not put one on it. Ooh, oil. And that's why I put down a paper towel. Move my toad sticker. So Jake wanted my Trump knife. You remember my Trump switchblade? That's probably a collector's item now. I let him have it. He bought a bunch of them. I wonder if you can still get them. That would be interesting. See, this video is just not for you, it's for me, so I can remember how the hell to put this back together. Been doing some reading, some studying up on this. There are some guys who show you how to set this, and then I printed out a document over there that kind of runs through the pressures and how this works. And you remember that fitting I broke, or well, I bent it. The reason that that's there is to keep the oil from running back down into the pan every time you shut it off. I'm assuming they wanted to hold the pressure or all the oil in the system, so as soon as you start cranking and maybe it starts to fire, you get any pressure at all, it's going to advance that timing. Remember this, okay? Whoop. So this is how it mounts on the truck. So this top plate goes with the fitting facing back, okay? Frank just sent me a comment on my video. Wants to know if I wanted to buy a backhoe. Why, are you selling one, Frank? I was giving him crap about buying a dump truck. Because he already, before I bought the dump truck, he told me, I asked him on that one video he was doing the church parking lot, why he didn't just buy a dump truck. And he had pretty sound reasoning. He made a lot of sense. He'd have to put somebody in it and blah, blah, and he's a one-man show, and the more crap you get, you know, blah, you know, I understand. Yeah, you wouldn't want to put that in backwards, would you? No, sir. Okay, is that gonna come out? How does that come out? Okay, it's time to call Brian. Brian! Okay, gonna have to get the Kinsey manual out. Okay, this here's the document that Brian sent me. That looks exactly like mine. So it's got some O-rings on it, which means it's not coming out easy. So I gotta figure out how to go in this bore. The aluminum part there is the housing. The dark part is the spool deal. So somehow I got to figure out how to get a hold of that without damaging the body and push it out. I'm gonna go see if I can find a bushing driver or something. Okay, I do have a bushing driver that fits in against that shoulder. It will severely be damaging this valve, I tell you now. She do not want to be damaging this valve, for you will be talking to Haji on the phone at customer support. Okay, Vice, the Voss. This is the most awesome Voss in the world. Okay, so I got her all cleaned up. The spool fits tight. If you were to buy that whole valve brand new, $1,600. Yeah. So anyway, I cleaned up the bodies. Looks good in there. I really don't see a problem anywhere. So I probably could have got away with not even taking that apart, but you don't want to take a chance because fuel can dilute your oil. So, and that's one thing we're going to do is we get it going again. We're going to do some oil sampling to see what's going on. I know I'm going to get yelled at because I'm not putting cam bearings in. We'll talk about that later. Morning, you guys. You want some quackers? The geese love to hang out over there. Hey, got some stuff going in the Jpaydirt box. Let's go see. Okay, I got a box going to Gab and Kurtz in Dresden, Ohio. Rod Hill to Langley, Washington. And a box going clear over to the United Kingdom. Must be a gift, Sharon. There's some extra in there. Hope they enjoy it. Oh, and then a couple shirts going to Jason Parker in Elkview, West Virginia. Got a little Griffin damage on there. I had to tape it up. He loves to help me. Not. You guys have an awesome day. Right in the face. Like ether in the eyeballs. Hey Jake, do we have any assembly grease left? You wanna go to town, get some brake clean and some motor assembly grease? I think I should use some on these bearings, don't you? It says just use 1540 oil, but it ain't gonna get pressure for a bit. I'd sure feel better bad little assembly lube. There's not even a little tube left there. So, got the bearings in, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull her down onto the journal dry, and I'm gonna Plasti gauge every last one of these. I don't care what you say. When you do this, be very careful. As you pull this rod down, it really comes down pretty fast. You gotta hang on to her. What else we gonna need while you're in there? I got plenty of shit I don't know. Got a cases of that stuff. I guess I can stop by Hell's. Called the Dodge transmission gremlins ground issue. Oh, good Lord. Alright, now we're gonna take these off and see what kind of clearance we got. Any bets? So there's the mark. 2? Serious? 2000s? Oh, I could live with that. 2 or 3? What do you think? I think 3. Okay, that's what's left of the Plasti gauge in there. So most of it's still on the crankshaft, but looking at this right here, looks to me like we're in the 3000ths department. 2000's a little too wide. So about 3. So I'd say that's good, wouldn't you? Okay, so now it's time to push this up the hole and get some grease on it. Got to have some grease on it. God, this sucks. Sucks ass. You know it. It's like this stuff. Oh great, my light quit. It's dead again. Blaine, you sent me a faulty device. It's got a battery and it runs dead. Could you imagine that? How's that possible, huh? Oh, dang batteries go dead. How the heck does that work? Oh, these bearings just, man, they don't fit up in there very good. Guy's gonna have to be real careful when I bring that down. Real careful. So here we come. You gotta hold your fingers on it, but don't let them get in there when she comes down. There we go. Okay, now put something on the caparoo. Now, Mr. Magoo, since I can't see a damn thing, it's a dark hole in here. Put it up like this. Pretty sure that's the way it goes. I surely do hope I'm putting it on right. What happens if you don't put it on right? What happens if the Cummins motor inspector stops by and catches me doing something wrong? So these are dialed, so you want to go up with these even. Don't want to just crank one all the way down. Now it's time to go get torque wrench. You got 2 sequences. I can hardly believe what it says in that book. It's kind of conflicting. I think it says 75, and then you go to like 170, but on another page it says 190. So maybe I don't have the correct book, but I did go to Cummins Serve, and I have ordered a manual, a brand new one. It was like $125, and when I looked on eBay or Amazon, there was guys that wanted like 200 and something for a used one. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. Okay, I got my snap-on torque wrench. Don't give me a shit about deep socket. I don't give a crap. I just don't care. So we're gonna go 75 on the first go round. And then it says on the second one you go like 170. But I probably need to verify that. I gotta get a hold of something to pull. Oh, Lord. Is it gonna click? That's tight. Holy moly. There we go. That's tight, boys. Okay, we're there. Okay, number 6 is done. And it moves on the crank. So, I didn't screw anything up. Sure wish I had main bearings here. I'd be doing number 7. I'd be getting that out of my hair. I guess I need to go do number 1. That will minimize the amount of engine rotational effort required to complete this task. Do I sound important? Okay, this is number 1 rod bearing. Boy, there's been something nasty went through this one. There's some pretty deep burrs in there. Battery's dead already. What do you think, Griffy? Okay, so check this one. And it looks like 3 thousandths also. You gotta go clear out here to the outside edges of it. What do you think, Bob?
Doesn't matter what I think.
So Mr. Griffin was out helping me put rod bearings in the Peterbilt, and he's sort of got himself covered in black. He's got it on his other ear pretty good. Mrs. Anderson's gonna freak out when she gets home. She's not gonna let you stay in the shop no more, buddy. Yeah, she's not. You're gonna be in big troubles. Okay, got all the rod bearings in the Cummins. These are my new main bearings from Mahala Clevite. Some sweet bearings. Wait till I show you these. Now that's quality right there. So I washed that. It's just horrible, horrible, horrible. So I bought these from Jegs. They shipped straight from Mahala in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Anyway, I guess I can't get new ones from Mahala until mid-March. Apparently there's a run on N14s. We're going to war. There's a run on N14s. So anyway, that's the old lowers, uppers, lowers. Those are the lowers on the mains. Anyway, I think they should all look like this, not like that. I mean, the backs of them are beautiful. Oh, take that back. There's a crappy one. That stuff doesn't rub off, and you can feel it with your finger. So I called them, gonna send them back, and we're gonna go looking somewhere else for something else. Okay, so here is the mechanic's best friend when the gasket scraper won't work. The old razor blade and a vice grip trick to get that gasket off there. And you're saying, well, Jeff, why are you taking that gasket off? Well, California Dreamin' here didn't have a block heater. And you can't run a truck without a block heater in Idaho. So I got me a block heater I'm gonna put in. But that's the least of my problems. So I got the bearings from Mahala, and there's several of them in there that are damaged. There's something wrong with it. Anyway, one of them is really bad. You've seen the picture of that. So I called the place that I'm getting all my Cummins stuff from out of California. It's called Source One, and they're really good with their prices. So anyway, I went online and I saw that they had a standard set of main bearings for an N14 in there, and it said they were available. So I ordered them, and they called me back a little while ago and said, oops, they're not on the shelf. They called Cummins. Cummins does not have any in the entire world to fit this engine. The entire world. Gosh dang geographical oddity. There's a set on is either eBay or Amazon, but the guy knows what he's got. He wants $300 for him. Well, I'm not paying $300. I'm not that desperate yet. So I'm going to keep looking. I'm thinking since I got lots of time, I'm going to do some other things. I need to figure out what's going on with the AC, charge that, see if we got any leaks or whatever, maybe replace the dryer, vacuum it, see if if the compressor seal's any good. Source One called me 3 times today Two of the calls were letting me know that my stuff got held up for a week because of the weather. So I'm supposed to be getting the oil pump tomorrow, and the power steering coupler. I am waiting for the shaft, the power steering pump shaft, and the seals. Ordered them probably a week ago out of Tennessee. I'm hoping they show up. I can get the pump on, the power steering pump, and have all that done. Matt's got the power steering fluid reservoir done, cleaned up, painted, and instead of that great big hose that was on there, we've gone to a 3/4 inside diameter hose. That's what the Kenworth has on it. And then we're just going to go to a suction hose and that hose barb setup. I think that'll be the better way to go. I have ordered a kit for the STC valve. That should be here, I don't know when. That was something I actually could find. I think I bought that off eBay or Amazon. I don't remember. I got so much stuff coming in from all over. I don't even remember where it's all coming from. It's crazy. You have to look all over to find anything. So I'm just going to put my Peterbilt hat on and go to town. The genuine Cummins Kinsey manual showed up, volume 1 and 2 for N14 STC, the Select and Select Plus. So that'll beat that 500 pages of nonsense I printed out there. So I hope that's got better information in it. Oh, and I got some bearings on the way. I found a set of FP Diesel Felpro bearings, so problem solved. Hey, good morning everybody. Got my Peterbilt hat on. If you own a Peterbilt, you gotta wear the big flat brim hat. There's my little buddy talking to me down there. He doesn't want to be in the shop. He wants to be outside. So I got some cool stuff here. It's been here for quite a while. This is from a friend in Peoria. Let's see what he sent me. This is from Adam. He works with Caterpillar. Ooh. What we got here? There you go, Griffin, attack that box. Oh, cool. Some schematics for the 336 electrical stuff so I can troubleshoot. That's awesome. Thank you, sir. Let's see what's in the big box. Oh, cool. Awesome. Check this out. Got some cat hats. And oh, now this is awesome. Anderson Construction 336 East Service Training BZY 00654. That's our machine. That is cool. Thank you very much for that. That is cool. Now Adam, this is awesome. This is awesome. I love this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, that is cool. Like I say, I get by with a little help from my friends. That's so true. I love this. I'm sorry I didn't open that a long time ago. That is cool. That makes my day. That's just awesome. Hey, so I got some cool stuff yesterday in the mail from Thomas Glasheen. He is in, I forget here, he's in Holyoke, Massachusetts. Anyway, he sent me a knife. Thank you very much. I love those. Those are sharp. And some markers, some Inkzol job site markers. Writes on dust, wet, oily surfaces. That's cool. And a pair of these. Thomas Jake's gonna love you for these. He loves those. Thank you very much for that. And then he sent me a whole bunch of candy in here. Most of it's gone, Thomas. That was delicious. Thank you very much for that. Thomas has had a lot of airplanes flies, so I had a conversation on the phone with him last night. Gonna talk to him again because he's a good resource for me to be able to figure out what I'm going to do with those 2 airplanes that I've got down in the hangars. So I'm going to be talking to him some more. So thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. And so I think I'm going to be working on the car this weekend, waiting on parts for the Peterbilt. I thought the pump was going to show up today, but instead the manuals, Cummins manuals came. So I don't know, besides working on the car, I could work on some of the intake stuff and get that all polished and cleaned up. What I really should do, I think, is go hook onto the snowmobile trailer and take off. We got a snowstorm going on out here. We just don't seem to get a whole lot of snow, but up in the hills they've got plenty. So you guys have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you next week.